The Taxpayer-backed Baltimore Children and Youth Fund spent more than $3,500 on a board retreat that included a seafood lunch with crab cakes and oysters. Patrick Huff has the latest in his series on how nonprofits spend your taxpayer dollars.
The Baltimore Children and Youth Fund received $16 million taxpayer dollars from Baltimore City this year that it's guaranteed annually to support programs for kids. We obtained records in a public information request that found the nonprofit spent $3,625 on a one-day winter board retreat for 15 people at the Canopy by Hilton, Baltimore Harbor Point in January 2024. The retreat included a taste of the Chesapeake lunch priced at $80 per person, which included oysters 3 ways on the half shell, roasted, fried, jumbo lump Maryland crab cakes, Old Bay steamed shrimp, and several sides. Drinks included a $40 gallon of house seasonal lemonade. David Williams, president of the Taxpayers Protection Alliance, said BCYF needs to focus more on serving the community that provides its funding.
It is outrageous to think that board members took a retreat, spent $3,000 on this one-day retreat, and ate crab and oysters while children in Baltimore City are suffering and really need help. The board, the nonprofit, they are completely out of touch with what's important, and that is evidenced by how they're spending their money.
A BCYF spokesman told Spotlight on Maryland that the board retreat was one of its biannual strategy sessions aimed to help the organization best serve Baltimore City youth. A former BCYF employee who helped set up the board retreat told Spotlight on Maryland that the event was a long day of doing very little and should have been at a cheaper venue. She said the extravagance of some of these meetings in areas BCYF decided to spend on were unnecessary and did not serve Baltimore City's youth. Having a large seafood meal for the board of directors is not necessary. We previously sorted through thousands of documents obtained in public information requests that detailed how BCYF spent roughly $300,000 taxpayer dollars in total on trips for its adult staff and grantees to Austin, New Orleans, St. Louis, and Alabama. The Baltimore City Council was set to debate a bill this week that would establish a series of new regulations on BCYF, including a required performance audit conducted by the Baltimore City Comptroller. The bill has the support of 7 council members and is opposed by Mayor Brandon Scott and BCYF. Williams said City Council needs to follow through on the bill.
City Council can't just talk about oversight, they actually have to do it. And they have to make sure that every dollar that is being spent by the city, every taxpayer dollar that is being spent by the city is accounted for and isn't going towards retreats, travel, lavish lunches, or anything outside of the mission of the nonprofit.
Baltimore City Inspector General Isabel Cumming released a report last month that found the Baltimore City Department of Audits has no record of receiving a financial audit from BCYF from fiscal years 2022, 2023, and 2024. The Baltimore City Department of Finance and BCYF have no record of a signed copy of their agreed rules and regulations from 2020, and that only 3 of BCYF's 10 submitted invoices from January 2023 to September 2025 included a list of its taxpayer-funded grantees. Spotlight on Maryland will have more this week on City Council's BCYF bill, and will continue to monitor how nonprofits spend your taxpayer dollars. For Spotlight on Maryland, I'm Patrick Huff.
If you have a story or a tip for Spotlight on Maryland, you can call them at 410-467-4670 or email them at spotlightonmaryland@sbgtv.com. I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.